Gemini, hey. So, Leo season, how are y'all? Special thanks to Buckethead for music. Why not? Gemini. Why is your world upside down? I mean, minus the fact that your world's always upside down. That's weird. I'm actually getting kind of very specific. I don't know. I just got kind of a vibe from a very specific Gemini. But no, I think y'all may have been hurt. I think you've been kind of off by yourself, sort of in your feels. Maybe not being quite as generous with your affection. It looks like subconsciously you may have felt sort of betrayed. May have been more, just kind of. When I see that in the subconscious, it makes me think you may have been kind of paranoid. You may have just been. It may just be overall you feel like you're sort of used to being betrayed, and so you're just like screw it. You know what I mean? It may not have been any one relationship, or you may have had a few relationships sort of in the same way. And you're just like, what is it? Taking a break. What was that? All right. Damn. So in your past, you've had a happy home, but we've got a death in reverse, and man, that's rough. That's a lot of it's unresolved family issues. That's I mean, shit, dude. That's you may have more people in your environment or fewer people in your environment that may be over some kind of a disagreement. A lot of times it has a maturity factor. I would argue probably somebody's being kind of childish. Somebody may be, old enough to long have left the nest and just, doesn't seem to give, a flying, about flying. Yeah, that's some stubborn energy. And I think otherwise, it's a fairly happy home, but there's something going on that's just causing a big, causing some kind of a ruckus. And yeah, I feel like maybe there's kind of like a motherly energy, like somebody may be babying somebody, because we've got judgment in the tower in reverse, and it may be that the tower in reverse, the tower is failing to hit anybody because judgment is in the way. We've got, it's like if somebody's not going to be able to support themselves, sometimes the only way to let them figure that out is to stop supporting them. And unless you intend to support them forever, you know what I mean, giving somebody a lifeline, it's an interesting way to fix it, you know what I mean, like, I'm a big fan. You know, I like the thing where, you know, we talk about like don't give someone a fish. Yeah, I'm a big, you know, like give somebody a fishing rod, teach them to use it, kind of deal, and maybe don't start with a fishing boat. You know what I mean? Let them fish before they're doing it in shark-infested waters, for their own good and for yours. You know what I mean? So. It's not saying you got to necessarily abandon somebody, but it, you know, all right, this bill's yours. You know what I mean? And if you can't pay it, no, something. I don't know. You can watch TV when we're watching TV, and you can eat when we're eating, but you know, until you're pitching in, you don't get to spend our money, kind of deal. Okay, cool. So coming towards you, maybe some kind of travel, but I think things are going to balance out. I think judgment maybe needs to be passed a little bit harsher, but once it does, it's going to be better for everybody. Gearing up for the worst, that's in your future. Gearing up for the worst, you know, that's maybe not necessarily a bad thing, especially with this. That could be, you know, hey, you're starting to invest, you're starting to think about retirement, you're actually not so, you know, like whatever about stuff. You actually, you know, the towers, I mean, you know, it's like literally like, not to just, you know, maybe reverse psychic here, but we already pulled the tower, so we know it's not coming up. And on some level, maybe it's just being an adult. Maybe it's just because that's what adults do, is they squirrel shit away for the winter, and that's, you know, what maturity is being prepared for the worst when it's not coming. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have to. And, you know, in your hopes and fears, this is literally the most powerful card in the deck. And, I mean, good or bad secrets to be revealed. It's in reverse. I think what you're probably looking at is, you know, you've got, if you're afraid of, you know, the only thing you got to be afraid of is your own power. You know what I mean? Go for it. Let's see what's in your immediate environment, other than the peat. Peated dog. Oh my goodness. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not for you. Thank you. So, in your environment, the princess is in your environment. Oh, yeah, this one. Stinky butt. You know what? Out, please. Out. Doggets. Out, please. You know, that's cool. In your environment, you got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You know, it's, I think, you know, that's, again, it's maybe not a project that is for the group. It may be, you know, hey, no, I'm not going to help you fill out applications. I'm not going to do, you know, do it. Go, you know, if you, you know, if you need a ride, we'll talk, you know what I mean? But I want to know where you're going, and I'm not trying to sit in the parking lot for 20 minutes while you know what I mean? If there's any way you can call these people up front, be like, hey, I'm coming in for like a whatever, you know, so they see your face twice, and just, you know, I don't know. There you go, you know, and I think as far as what you can do, sleep on it. It fucking sucks. That's, you know, that fucking sucks, but, you know, gotta crawl before you can walk, you know. Anyway, thanks, Gemini.